Hello, my name is Miranda. I live in the Columbia Slough Watershed, which is located in Portland, Oregon. Raw sewage was pumped directly into the watershed, along with high amounts of glycol, a chemical runoff of the nearby Portland International Airport. These pollutants were caused by point sources because these toxic substances were purposely dumped into the Columbia Slough. The sewage was led directly into it as a means to get rid of the waste. Glycol is hosed off the airport runway, which then drains into the watershed, which so happens to be located right next to it. Because of the high toxicity levels, the slough is not a safe source of edible fish. The Multnomah County Health Department have advised people to avoid, or greatly reduce, consumption of fish and crayfish from the slough because they contain polychlorinated biphenyls, PCB for short, and pesticides, which is a result of the airport runoff. The raising levels of PCB in the Columbia Slough watershed caused the levels to also rise drastically for the Willamette River Basin as a whole. These high levels caused the basin to become a Superfund cleanup site. Ding ding! Side note, Superfund is a common name for the federal law designed to clean up sites contaminated with hazardous substances. This issue has led to a lot of political arguments between Portland government officials on whether they are to blame or not. This conflict led to electing a new governor, Tom McCall, in 1966, who ordered more strenuous tests to be done on the water and later became the head of Oregon State Sanitary Authority as a result. After years of piping raw sewage directly into the waterway, Portland built its first sewage treatment plant next to the lower slough in 1952. The Columbia Boulevard Wastewater Treatment Plant handled a combination of raw sewage and storm runoff that flowed into the sanitary sewer system from all over the city and piped the treated water into the Columbia River. The Port of Portland began efforts in 1997 to reduce the flow of aircraft chemicals from the airport into the waterway. By 2000, the city of Portland has spent about $200 million to nearly eliminate the chemicals from entering the slough. It also replaced septic tank and cesspool systems near the middle and upper slough with sanitary sewers. Before the airport was constructed, and airplanes fell off the runway, the architects should have thought of a better way of dealing with the runway runoff instead of washing it into the Columbia Slough directly. Maybe they could have created a type of treatment tank specifically for the chemicals to be dumped in. For the sewage, a treatment plant is the best option. Just wish it was implemented sooner. If the toxicity rates keep rising, then the Columbia Slough could become too dangerous to even swim in, let alone provide a safe, healthy environment for the neighboring wildlife. I hope that the City of Portland continues its mission of ridding the watershed and the Willamette River Basin of all the nasty chemicals and waste dumped in during the present and the past.